Hi guys, it's me, Chastity J, the manicurist enhancer. Thanks for tuning in. Today's topic is about being original. Being original, learning how to invent brand new tasks, stop following other people, um, finding your niche in your industry. Again, I am specifically talking to nail techs, but if this video is useful for you, then go ahead and take what you need out of this video and apply it to your own field and industry. So my topic today is find your niche, stop following everybody else. Just because it looks good, if it is not in your heart, your passion, it will soon become a chore. It will start to feel like work. Um, my concern today is nail techs who mimic other nail techs. And I know that we have a lot of the landscape. First, let me start by saying the landscape of the nail industry is changing. A lot of people are looking at it as more than just a career or a talent or a skill. They're looking at it as a hustle and a moneymaker. And, oh, that looks easy, so let me try it. Um, I offer classes, and I tell you that I've been off and on with teaching different techniques and things like that. But since the pandemic has occurred, I've noticed an increase in my intake for people who want to learn how to do nails. And it's not just adults. It's my youngest future student is 9 years old, I believe. Then I have a 13-year-old, and then the list goes on and on. So I'm noticing that a lot of people applaud themselves with being self-taught. You could be self-taught. You could be self-taught in any industry that that piques your interest. But being a nail technician or a manicurist or a nail stylist, or however you want to name it or categorize it, it's not just doing nails. It's not just putting nails on, glue, acrylic, design, stones. It's more than that, because the nails are part of your anatomy. So a lot of people that don't have never been to a manicurist class or school, you don't know that we learn the anatomy and the science of it and what to do and what not to do and different diseases that can occur when doing nails. So because I've been in the industry and and if you are familiar with me, you know that I use my testimonies as a way to get my point across. So I've been in the nail industry for 21 years, 21 and a half years now. Of course, I started young. I played around with nails. I did nails at home on the neighborhood. In the summertime, we had fun with putting nails on and popping them off. But as I got older, I realized this is something that I wanted to do and make it a career and make money from it. So I went to school. I am located in Michigan, so I went to school for 6 months. Went to state boards, took my test, and of course I've been doing continual education, and I'm not knocking social media and YouTube and things of that nature. I just want people to do it right. If you go to the salon, a spa, a salon suite, or whatever, however you run your business, you have to know how to cater to your customers. If someone comes in with a fungus that you're not familiar with, you have to be able to identify that it is indeed a fungus. I had someone come in to the salon that I worked in years ago, probably 16 years ago. And it was a gentleman, and he came in and he had a fungus on all 10 of his fingers. Of course, he was very upset and irate because I couldn't wait on him, but because he didn't know that the fungus that was on he was not familiar with the particular fungus that was on his nail. So he ended up transferring the fungus to all 10 of his fingers. So I could not service him at that time. I directed him to his doctor because at that time he didn't know he had a fungus. And a lot of times we think that because we do stuff in a repetitive motion that we know what that is. Oh, I've seen that before, or I've seen it on YouTube, and I've seen that. I encourage everybody in any field to do your research. If you don't want to pay the money to go to school and get licensed, and a lot of the new schoolers are, oh, that's a waste of time, I don't need to do that, I'm good, I'm creative. That's all fine and dandy, but behind the scenes, you need to figure out why this happens if that happens. You know, um, I don't mind teaching people different techniques and what to learn as far as nails goes. But if you're a certain age and you want to turn this into a career, I encourage you to go to school. If you are 15 and up, 13 and up, and you want to just play around, hey, I'm in high school, I don't want to punch a clock, I want to do nails, okay, that's fine, because I know that it may not get that serious. And even if it do, then I still encourage people to research, pick up a book, buy a book, and read things that is important to being a nail tech. If you're 17 and up, then I encourage you to go to school and get your license and don't waste your time taking these little technical courses. So since I've had my store open, I've had several people come in and say, you know, hey, I took a class for $400, $500. This one girl came in and she spent about $100 on supplies, and she said, oh, you know what, I should have really went through my stuff to see what I have, because I just took a class for $800 and I didn't learn nothing. That type of stuff I don't like. I don't like that type of stuff, because why would you charge somebody $800 for a class and they're not fulfilled? I fought her for walking away and not being fulfilled, and not even telling the whoever taught her that she wasn't fulfilled. So now she has an $800 class under her belt and she didn't learn a thing. So I want people to stop mimicking other people if you don't have your own niche. If you don't have your own brand, your own niche, your own style, it is going to be very hard for you to come out of that when you evolve, when you mature in your craft, because you're going to be so used to doing it the way that somebody else does it that you don't even know how to you don't even know your own feel. You don't even know what you're capable of, because you're watching social media so much. You're watching YouTube and you're watching different people to see how they do it. So a thing that I do in my chair is, I don't mind people bringing pictures, but I tell them right off the bat, it won't be identical, but I'll make it similar to what it is that you brought a picture of. And some people will say, okay, that's fine, you know, just as long, because I like this style of this picture. And I'm grateful that a lot of my clients don't mind that I don't make it identical. Because what the identical looks like is that a lot of things that I see now on social media is what they asked for and what they got. That right there is very dangerous, because you don't know the identical brand of what that person used, the polish, you don't know what they used to create that style. And then for you to try to come and mimic it, and if it don't come out exactly the way that it was like you had planned on it to be, that is career suicide. Because as humans, we don't reflect on the millions of good things that a person has done. We always reflect on the one thing that they fucked up. And that right there, I think, is bad for any industry, any field, any industry, any person that's in a servicing field, because people love to laugh and point fingers and aha, that type of stuff I don't like. It's been plenty of times where people brought pictures and I'll say, oh, that's a sticker, or that's not acrylic, that's gel. I don't do gel, I do acrylic. Or I'll say, oh, I can't accomplish that style, so I won't do it, but I can give you the colors in it, and they'll say yes or no if they want to have that style or not. But you also have to be confident in who you are. You have to be confident in who you are. I see a lot of bashing. I see a lot of popularity on social media. And if you don't know who you are as a person or a nail tech, then that type of stuff will hurt you and you won't know how to recover from it. So in my book, Life Behind the Table, I have a little insert in here. It's called Be Original. And it says, once you have adopted a technique that works for you, continue it. It's okay to learn from others and study various techniques and styles, but be original. Incorporate different styles within your own method. A lot of trends come back and evolve from many years ago. You will never be the first to do anything unless you completely start a trend or a technique that you are most certain that no one has ever done before. It is okay to just be the best you that you can be. No one can do you better than you. So a lot of times we feel like, I remember years ago someone told me, oh, there's not a need for nail techs in this industry. I lived in Atlanta and I was doing a lot of celebrities' nails because I was trying to build a brand in order for me to carry on and do TV and film. And the girl told me there's no need for that because a lot of people go to the Chinks, the Asians, Vietnamese, but she said Chinks to me. And at that time, I had been doing nails like 16 years. And it almost took my breath away because I'm like, what? So the Asians are not competition for me. They're not. Even though they have a constant assembly line and they get you in and get you out, I've never felt like the Asians was competition to me. Even with me being a manicurist for 21 years, I still never, ever, ever felt like they were competition to me. That bothered me, and I carried the weight of that for the duration of me being in Atlanta. And I stopped catering to the celebrities because, one, they didn't want to pay, and they always wanted to pay you in exposure, or they wanted to barter. I've never experienced so much bartering until I moved to Atlanta, and it did something to me. The whole time that I spent in Atlanta, I was in Atlanta for a couple years. The whole time that I spent as a resident in Atlanta, I never touched my acrylic brush. Never. I never. I didn't do a pink and white. I didn't do a full set. It was crazy. And when I did, I didn't get a chance to be the person that I had been all these years. Because everyone had already conformed to the way that the Asians had them, pretty much down there. So, and then when I came back home, it was still kind of foreign for me because the landscape here in Detroit had changed. So it was kind of weird. So I encourage my colleagues to be original. And if you feel like my last video was on saturated industries. My son told me yesterday that I want to do this, and this, but somebody already did it, so I might as well not even try it. And I'm just like, what? Is that your mindset? Like, come on, are you serious? And I wanted to, give him the old bread story. Like, how many different types of loaves of bread are in the aisle? Like, come on, let's be real. So I encourage anyone, not just nail techs, I encourage anyone who looks at this video, and don't be discouraged with inventing something new or doing something new, or showing people that it can be done a different way. There are things that we can do several million different ways. We can't just say this is how it goes and that's how that's gonna happen, and that's just that on that. How y'all like to say. But no, that's not the takeaway. That is not the takeaway. If social media is your guide, hey, have at it. If YouTube is your go-to, do you. But at the same time, have originality in your craft, because once those people go away, or once that situation goes away, you need to be able to continue on to the next. And I noticed that some people say, you can't mimic me because I'm original and this isn't this. And then some people always say that, oh, I invented this and I see everybody being me. Nails been in existence forever. So you can't just say you invented this, or you invented this color, or you did this and did that. No, it has evolved for years and years and years. So not one person can take credit and say, hey, I actually did this, unless you know for certain that you are the one who started it and invented it and it actually came from you. So if you don't take anything else away from this video, I want anybody to take away that originality is key. Be original in anything that you do, so that just in case you need to stand on your word, you know what to say, how to say it, and how it's gonna go, because you already know this. I may do it this way, but I also have this way of mine to do it. You need to be able to show multiple ways of how you got to the end game. So, and I want to go and I don't know if y'all can see it. I have a manual and I have a workbook. You can order at my Linktree. It's Linktree /Shay Marie. Or you can come into the store. I'm located at 23300 Greenfield, Suite 227. And you can get the book. The book is $20 a set. And the manual actually tells you what to do and how you should be doing it. And the manual actually keeps you on track. This is it's a workbook, so you can write in it. And it gives you the opportunity to stay on track within your industry. And like I said, my books are universal. Even though my topics are directed towards nail techs, my books are universal because I made sure to keep them universal on purpose so that anybody can use them. So again, my books are located inside of my nail supply store at 23300 Greenfield, Suite 227. And my Linktree is Linktree /Shay Marie. It's on both of my Instagram pages, Modern Nails and Razzle Dazzle Nail Supply. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Chastity J, the Manicurist Enhancer. And you can also find my videos on YouTube at Chastity J, the Manicurist Enhancer. Talk to you guys later. Thank you.